Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Latimer Park for the start of the 2026-27 campaign. Today's game, the pitch in Central, is against Alvechurch, and a difficult game indeed. It's been a traumatic time over the summer period and close season at the Poppies, with everything happening. The most exciting or disappointing or shock, should I say, is Liam MacDonald, who stood down last weekend. He had 30 games in charge, winning 15, drawing 7 and losing 8 of those. He became the 11th shortest manager tenure since 1979-80. His first game was against St Ives, and his last a 3-1 defeat against Real Bedford in the playoff semi-final. Nick Green and David Bridgewater have taken over the responsibilities. Nick Green becomes the 25th manager who has also played for the club. Today, there's a possible 9 debuts. Tom Leake, Jack Newell, Ty Fleming, Lawson Diarth, Sean Jeffers, Ryan Hayes, Theo Alexandrou, Bailey Brown and Michael Gassi all could start for the Poppies. Gassi, of course, signed on loan until October the 4th from Bedford Town. He has previously played for Kidderminster Harriers on loan, Kingsland Town, Peterborough Sports, Dover, Chesterfield, Altrincham, Boston United and Tamworth. A couple of injuries. We've got Lewis Coyle out now, who's fractured both arms. He was telling me this afternoon. Both are in cast plasts. He's going to be out for a little while. Will Van Leer still needs a second scan on his injury. And Blaine Rowe is also out of action, still recovering from his foot injury. Elite is out of his moon boot and will be playing in a little while. There will be a minute's applause before kick-off for the sudden and sad recent passing of long-term volunteer and stalwart supporter Brian Norton. Brian, a volunteer at Latimer Park and at Rockingham Road, and was instrumental in the supporters coach for many, many years, passed away, and there will be a minute's silence for him. It will begin and end on the referee's whistle. Your team lineup this afternoon in goal: number 1 is Paul White, 4 Jack Newell, 5 Tom Leake, 6 Harvey Peters, 7 and captain Lawson Diarth, 8 Bailey Brown, 9 Eddie Panther, 11 Theo Alexandrou, 15 Ty Fleming, 16 Ryan Hayes and 17 Ismail Patajo. Your subs today: 13 Jay Alexander, 3 Aaron Powell, 10 Sean Jeffers, 14 Michael Gassi and 19 Kai Firefield. In the Alvechurch side is Redman Evans. Ex-Kettering number 2 here is Harry Riley, 3 is Jack Kelly and 6 Archie Crowther. He scored the first goal last season in that romp at Royston, that 4-3 win. Captain Sam Perry, 8 is Johnny Nagando, 9 Miracle Akafar, 10 Ben Stevens, that's Kettering, 14 Callum Sullivan and 15 Kieran Wakefield, 17 Jesse Bavanganga, and Alvechurch unbeaten in their pre-season. The Poppies, of course, just losing that one game against Hemel Hempstead. Alongside me this afternoon, if my voice does continue to survive, is in fact Gary Foreman. Welcome, Gary. Welcome back to Chaos.
Welcome back to Chaos indeed, but we're just about sorting ourselves out here already on the gantry, looking above the Latimer Park pitch. A bit more green on there, which is always good to see.
Looks a lot better, doesn't it, than it has in recent weeks, but very good considering the amount of drought that we've had.
Yeah, amount of drought we've had, and obviously the problem with the irrigation system, which has meant a lot of manual watering, a lot of manual adjusting of the sprinkler systems throughout the evenings and throughout the nights even. So it's not great, but it's a lot better than it was, and looking forward to the first game of this new season, and ready to see how the new management staff, familiar faces of course, but see how they can do on their first game.
Well, yes, it's a good test, isn't it? Liam built the squad, and under Nick and David Bridgewater, they're continuing in their role. So the squad are all about them. They know all about them, and vice versa. The main man isn't in charge. We won't go into that, of course, but it is a very good squad indeed to start the game off with. Far better than last season, and the players have been exceptional in pre-season, I think. At least 7 of them are making their debuts so far this afternoon, with Sean Jeffers and Michael Gassi on the subs bench. He was a late signing last night, Gassi from Bedford Town. And no George Forsyth for Alvechurch this afternoon. So did see Fozzie earlier. I did say to him, you've got the wrong badge on, as you do, but here we are. Don't forget, on Tuesday we are away at Leighton Town, and a week today at Leamington, our old rivals at Leamington, the new windmill, which isn't that new anymore, Gary.
No, it isn't, but as you say, old rivals, familiar faces, and the team's just now gathering around the centre circle, and we will shortly.
Efficiency, standards, and placement of campaign. These units and the girls performing which is started on the referees listen.
Well, there we go then. The minute's applause for the sad passing of volunteer Brian Norton. Impeccable, as usual. And we're getting ready to kick off this afternoon, and a glorious afternoon here at Latimer Park. Sun beaming down on the parched surface that does look slightly better than it has in recent weeks. The volunteers done a very good job in keeping the grass, what there is left, alive. And hopefully sometime we'll get some rain. But captains are in the middle. That is Lawson Diarth for the Poppies and Sam Perry for Alvechurch. Alvechurch playing in all teal type colour. There's Ben Stevens at Kettering. They're changing ends. So Kettering are kicking towards the tin hat, which will mean the fans will have to swap round from where they are.
Well, yeah, the usual groan goes up as soon as the fans realise they have to vacate to the
Must have lost the toss then.
stand. Yeah, away to left. And slowly, in this hot conditions, make their way all the way over to the right, to the A.E. Smith Bodycraft Limited tin hat end away to our right.
So we're getting ready then. Referee this afternoon is Mario Stakovic. He has refereed the Poppies twice before, 2 wins against Leiston and Colville Town. Let's hope it's third time lucky with Mario in charge. He's quite an imposing figure striding out there in the centre circle. Arm goes up, signalling to Paul White, who's ignoring him. And Redmond Evans in goal for Alvechurch. Diarth is over the ball and we're off. The season underway. Back to Leek. Leak sends a ball wide on that far side towards Panter. It doesn't reach him, though. It's sliced over to Fleming. Fleming, under pressure, plays the ball back to the number 4, who is Newell. He finds Peters. Out there to Hayes. Hayes flicks the ball forward towards Panter. On the edge of Panter, he can't control that. And that's almost cleared by Vavanga. It's back in, though. And the early chance for Panter. He turns in the penalty area. It comes off a Alvechurch defender and goes for the first corner of the afternoon. And Ryan Hayes is trotting over to take this. A new look Kettering side with 7 debutees in there today. And one thing that's in pre-season, Gary, is that there weren't many trialists. McDonald kept the squad of players he wanted to play together. In comes the corner from Hayes. Comes in there. It's a little flick. Can't be controlled. It goes out. Diarth wins the header. Gets it to Alexandro. He's back to Vertaggio. Vertaggio put the ball in. Back to Leak. Trying to find Fleming. It doesn't reach Fleming. And it goes out, though, for a throw-in to Alvechurch on the far side. Difficult to read anything into this game at the moment. We're only a couple of minutes into it. And fans still moving from side to side. A very hot day, I'm sure that's been the message for the last 2 or 3 months, isn't it? It's been a hot day, but this certainly is pretty hot as Alvechurch break away now with the ball fed through to Fleming. He clears it, comes off an Alvechurch player for a Kettering throw-in. And the referee's got that blatantly wrong. It came off the number 17 and is a Kettering Town throw-in. The linesman saw it, but the referee's overruled him. That's the first mistake we've seen early doors, and it's a poor one.
Yeah, he got that one wrong, but we'll give him that one.
No, we won't. That was a terrible decision. As the ball is played in by Kelly, he finds Nagando. Looked into Paul White, who comes out in the 6-yard box.
No harm done, Cookie.
Pardon?
No harm done.
No harm done. It wasn't a penalty, no. As Peters threads the ball in the centre to Diath. He finds Leak. Leak coming forward. Leak looks up, sends it long, but Panter won't get there. The referee blows for a foul on Panter on Bavanga. And it will be a free kick, not from there, taken the wrong place, but referee allows it. Doing well, the ref so far. Kelly to Sullivan. Back to Kelly. Of course, he played for Kettering a little while ago. And there is Crowther. As I say, he scored that goal at Royston last season, the first goal, that 4-3 win for the Poppies. Sent at long, goes over everybody. Peters turns, plays it back to Paul White. He takes a little touch. And he sends it along towards Bailey Brown. He's playing up front. Bailey Brown at the moment. Vertaggio puts the ball in, but headed out. Back to Diarth, but intercepted by Alvechurch. And the ball has been threaded through to Alexandra on that far side. He scored in that friendly last week. He plays the ball out to Panter. Panter's out wide in the penalty area. He puts the ball in, stabbed out for a corner. And a corner has been given. The goalkeeper tried to say hadn't gone out, and this time the referee gets it right.
Yep. Assistant was spot on with that decision. Mind you, he was spot on with the throw-in as well. But a further corner on the far side. Ryan Haynes is across to swing it in on his left foot. Looking at the options, Bailey Brown, obviously the tall option, but centre halves are up as well. Comes in towards the penalty spot, over everybody's head though. Breaks to Alexandru, back to Diarth. Diarth, good skill, brings it back in field to Vertaggio. Vertaggio inside the centre circle, look at his options forward. Finds Alexandru, back to Diarth. Finds Brown on this touchline, battling away with the player from Alvechurch, who wins the battle, but the ball only breaks to Yule all the way back to Paul White, away to our left. He goes long, finds Haynes with the flick on, trying to find Alexander, who hits the defender, goes out for a throw in front of the Poppy's bench.
Of course, Alvechurch are the 92nd different club that Kettering have played against on the first game of the season since 1891. And well, the useless fact, but I just thought I'd throw it in as the ball is played long towards Pataggio, who's gone out there on the wing. Panter's in the middle. Pataggio turns, gets the ball back to Theo Alexandro. He's going to try a shot. No, he can't. He's being forced going wider. Plays it into Newell. Now to Diar. He sprays it out wide to Haynes. Haynes hugging that byline. Puts it into Pataggio. Pataggio takes a touch. Plays it over. A back header. And a goal must be. Oh, great save there. Good header from Fleming. Pummeled away by Redmond Evans. Thought it was going to go in. Not enough power on the header, but a good movement from Kettering. First serious chance. And the keeper did well. As Kettering are on the attack again with Haynes on that far side. He gets it to Pataggio. Ben Stevens came to close him down, but he couldn't. Back to Peters. Peters finds Leak. Leak. Over the halfway line. Sends it long for Fleming. Fleming chesting it down. Gets the ball over into the arms of Evans in his 6-yard box. Good cross. And good work from Poppies. It's an enterprising start, Gary, so far.
Yep, there's been more action away to our right than our left, no doubt about that. And that was the first chance for Fleming, as you said. He couldn't quite get enough purchase on his header to really cause a problem for Evans. He made a smart save, but if he could just get a bit more power on it, he might have been left flailing. As it is, it stays at 0-0.
Indeed, as the ball is back with Leak, sends it towards Bailey Brown. He gets a little flick on towards Panter, but you might hear a clonk. Not quite. Almost hit us in the gantry. That's not a euphemism. That is what actually happened. But it is a throw into the Poppies. Fleming picked about 20 yards there, but he's going to take this, wiping his forehead. He's been told to go back even further. Fleming then, of course, came from Kings Lynn. Gets the ball towards Bailey Brown, goes over him, he goes towards Panter. Panter's in the penalty area. Panter puts the ball over, takes the shot here. 1-0, what a goal! Absolute blinder from Panter at an acute angle. The Poppies take the lead. Superb stuff.
Well, that was an acute angle. I expected it to put the cross in, but of course, this is Eddie Panter, and Eddie Panter does what he does. And he blasted the ball, and I think it might have caught Evans, like I was thinking, it was going to go to the cross. And he was beaten on his near post. It was a cracking shot. And that is the 1-0 lead to the Poppies, first goal of the season.
Yeah, good Evans, wasn't it? There, but...
Well, not good Evans.
Well, not good Evans. No, it was a cracking goal from Panter. Opened his account. That's his 20th goal for the Poppies. And starting where he left off last season, he points to the sky. And the Poppies take an early lead here at Latimer Park. Hope you're listening in from all around. Keighley, if you're in there in Barley and family, I hope you're having a nice hot cup of soup and keep yourself warm with a parka coat and the gloves in the climate that you're in. But it's tropical here in Kettering, of course. So if you are listening in, Kettering 1, Alvechurch 0. It's the Poppies TV audio sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Thank you, Marcus, for continuing your support with Elgood's. And Pataggio gets in quickly there from the keeper. Plays it out to Fleming, sends it long towards Panter, but he can't get this time. It's beaten by Perry. And Diath plays it out to Haynes on the far side. Haynes sends it long. It goes over everybody. There is Sam Perry again. Feeds it through to Wakefield. Scored a lot of goals in pre-season, did Wakefield. And throw in to Kettering on that far side. That's early joy for the Poppies. Quite a good turnout, I think, here. We will see later as the head ball is headed out again for another Kettering thrown on the far side. Ryan Haynes coming in. Of course, he came from Brackley, played for Northampton, Kettering born. And played all through pre-season. All these players have. We've only had two trialists that came on in pre-season. One of those went back straight away. And the managerial duo know these players inside out now, which is good. But the ball's given away there sloppily as away comes Sam Perry, the captain. He's got a chance to play it out wide. He has here to Sullivan. Sullivan in the penalty area, goes inside, tries a shot, blocked by Leake. And then Jack Kelly puts the ball in, headed out by Haynes. It's a poor one, though. There's a chance here, flicked over the bar there by the number 9, Miracle Akafar. And he turned not the sixpence, but it went over the bar and into oblivion. 1-0 Kettering. New ball required, maybe. No, it's been fetched from around the back. And Paul White placing the ball in his 6-yard box. White then with the goal kick sends it long. Ball back towards Diath. A little flick on there. Peters is running down to hit the ball to White. Back to Peters. Peters. He finds Leake. Leake sends it long this time for Panther, but out comes the keeper, Redman, right into his midriff. And he saves the ball quite easily. Walking around, he's in all orange, black trim. Gets the ball to Crowther. Crowther out wide to Stevens, but a little dummy from him. Finds Wakefield. Wakefield out wide. He gets the return. Wakefield is into the Kettering penalty area on the far side. Gets the ball over. It comes off Newell for a corner. And it will be Alvechurch's first. Kettering now need to defend and keep their composure as Johnny Nagando is going over to take this corner. And Ben Stevens, of course, joined Alvechurch from Market Harborough, having joined them from King's Lynn. He was a poppy for a while. Ben Stevens. Only Panther up front for the poppies as Alvechurch, the Church, are going to take this corner. Up go the arms. In it comes, in swinging towards that back post. A chance here for the 17, gets the ball in. And the Bavanga's weak header finds Paul White at his near post. He sends it long for Panther. Kelly will win the header, which he does. Fataggio does well under pressure, controls it, then is knocked off the ball. Nothing from the referee. And good work there from the Poppies, but the referee sees differently, and it's a free kick to Alvechurch for a foul on Okafar. Stevens isn't taking it in the right place. It's a couple of yards back from where it should be. Plays the ball out to Bavanganga on the far side. And that's put out by Theo Alexandro. Theo, of course, played for St Ives against Kettering and twice last season. And only 21 years old. Shows a lot of promise in pre-season as the ball is brought back into play, headed out by Haynes to Brown. Bailey Brown, tall, imposing. He gives the ball away, though, eventually. It's out on the far side. The number 9 has the ball, flicks the ball in to Sullivan. Sullivan dribbling his way backwards and forwards, gets it back to Harry Riley. Here's Stevens, might try a snapshot. There's a chance here for Jack Kelly. Jack Kelly puts the ball in. Offside. Up goes the flag. And Paul White and Miracle Akafar embrace in the 6-yard box. 1-0 Kettering.
Yep, Kelly just jumping too quickly on his run. There's no need to do that. Got the overlap established. But just strayed half a yard or so offside when the ball came through from Stevens. So we'll take that. Paul White, who got the nod for today. Must have been a very close competition between him and Jason Alexander to decide who was going to start today. Well, White has won the race. Not had a lot to do so far this afternoon. I'll make that last. Kettering have a throw in just inside the Alvechurch half on this near side. Ty Fleming will take. Bailey on the edge of the penalty box is an obvious target. should he choose to go long. I think we will do that. Indeed, it's out towards Bailey Brown. He loses out though. The ball is swept forward, looking for Okafor. Peters underneath it though, wins the header, and then Perry wins the header. And that will come out to a throw-in again for the Poppies, just in front of the gantry on this near side. There's 7 debutants, but it's been a settled pre-season for the first time in a very, very long time, I can remember. So they've had opportunity to play together.
It's also the last time the Poppies played at home on the opening day of the season since 2021-22, where that was a 1-0 win against Bradford Park Avenue as Fleming puts the ball in, but there's nobody there. Out comes Redmond Evans. Evans comes out and catches the ball, rolls it out to Crowther. He looks up, sends it long into the centre, cut out by Newell. Newell does look a bit like George Forsyth from different angles to Panther to Brown. He wasn't quick enough. And Bavanga and Sullivan between them win the ball to Kelly. Kelly, he finds Ngandu, back to Crowther. Squares the ball on the other side. Good work to Bavanga. Back to Crowther. Patient build-up from the Church. Made a lot of changes himself this season as Mr. Storer, Carl Storer. And battling well here with the 14, Sullivan. And it's a foul to Alvechurch. Fleming not happy with the decision. The referee having a little chat from distance. Of course, on Tuesday, to remember, we're at Leighton Town. Not been there since 2014. Well, that might not be true. I think we watched Aylesbury United there once when they were ground sharing. The ball is played long to Paul White, who just pats it down and dribbles with it a bit in the penalty area. He squares it to Peters on the far side. Peters sends it long for Panther to chase, and they're very wary of Panther, as most clubs will be this season. Alvechurch now playing a bit more controlled football as Nagandao controls it well in the centre, tackled by Ishmael Patajo, but they've still got the ball on the far side. Little to me, and a foul this time, and it was a foul by Haynes, and a free kick just inside the Alvechurch half on the far side. So, been taken quickly. It's back with the keeper, Evans. Evans gets the ball away on the far side. Finds Riley. Riley's got that one goal for Kettering in the FA Cup many, many moons ago. In Sporting Calcer, I think it was. It's with Crowther on this near side. Crowther. He finds Ben Stevens, who's had quite a trim since he was with us, with his hair. Headed on by the number 9. Good work here as Alvechurch come forward. There's a chance here for Sullivan, putting the ball through to Kelly. Offside note. Kelly is out here on this left-hand side, plays it inside to Stevens, puts the ball in. Out comes Paul White as a foot goes lunging in him. A foul. White bravely on his 6-yard box comes out. I think he's taken a hit. And it is a foul. He's gone down holding his head. Your views on that, Gary?
Okafor went for the ball, to be fair. And I think Paul White's okay. If the glancing below on his head, he's back up, holding his head. He'll have a drink. And we will shortly get the game back underway.
Yeah, Paul White's up. And it'll take a lot to knock the Irishman out, won't it, really? It's, of course, last season he didn't last the game, did he? But Paul White there with the free kick just outside the 6-yard box. Sends it long towards Bailey Brown. Bailey Brown gets the header off his back, but it's cleared by Alvechurch's number 14, Sullivan, who then goes down a foul by Newell on Sullivan. And Stevens then goes down trying to retrieve the ball. Sullivan finds Wakefield. Wakefield's a dangerous individual indeed from the Poppies' perspective, one to watch out for, as is Stevens. And that's been put out of play by sloppily by Alvechurch. As it'll be a throw-in. I don't know if we have water breaks. Do we now at all?
It's up to the referees, to be honest, whether he said before the game we'll have a water break. It is, about 25, 26 degrees, I think, on the pitch this afternoon, as Ben Stevens get a talking to. Sam Perry, the captain, was called across just to say, look, I'm fed up with Mr. Stevens in my ear, so please cut it out. Kettering with the throw-in. Fleming launches it towards Brown. It's intercepted. And it goes long by Alvechurch, looking for Okafor, but Harvey Peters will mop that up at the back. Bears it back to Paul White, who in turn returns the ball to Harvey Peters. Peters striding forward, finds Ryan Haynes on the halfway line on the far side to Peters. Kettering doing a good job of just maintaining their shape and composure at the moment. Captain now, Tom Leake. Goes long, looking, that's a great ball over the far side, finds Alexandra on the left-hand side, inside to Daal. Daal, can he reach it? He can, and he wins the corner. Good move by the Poppies.
Very good indeed. Lawson Diath there playing the ball onto the defender for a corner. And another chance for Ryan Hayes to put one in and putting goalkeeper Evans under pressure and extend this Poppies lead. Who've been good for it so far. And Ryan Hayes over there on the far side of the tin hat, where all the Kettering fans are massed. A lot of people away on holiday, of course. As Haynes, up goes the arm, in it comes towards that back post. There's Diath, and it was Fleming, in fact, got the header in. Easy for the goalkeeper, though, but another one on target. And that's what we like to see. Bowled out by Evans to Crowther. Finds Kelly. Still Jack Kelly. He finds Sullivan. Sullivan coming inside. He's got Kelly with him. He wants to use him. Still Sullivan going. Kelly is now behind him. Sullivan going down towards the corner flag. Sullivan puts the ball over. Good cross. Nobody there. Haynes needs to react quickly. He does. Clears the ball. That'll go out for a throw-in on the far side, which it does. Taken quickly by Sam Perry, the captain. Finding Harry Riley. Puts the ball in. And easily a foul there by Riley. And I can't see who's gone down. Well, Harry Riley hit that freak goal for Banbury against Kettering when they beat us 1-0 a couple of seasons ago. And don't want any more of that, do we?
No, we don't want any more than that. You always look at the team sheet, see the old boys. We've got a few like.
Well, Peterborough Sports have got 6 ex-Kettering in their side.
Well, exactly. And it's almost preordained that one of them will get on the score sheet at some point. But so far, as I say, Paul White has had a quiet afternoon. Long may that continue. We're about halfway through just over halfway through this first half.
So thrown on the far side to Alvechurch from that goal kick. It's still waiting for it to be taken. It's Riley taking it, which he has. Won by Peters easily. And then there's Brown battling it away. Plays the ball back to Paul White. White, plenty of time. He's got Leake with him if he wants to use him. He doesn't. Plays it out back to Peters again on the left-hand side of the ground. Threads it inside to Diath. He finds Leake coming forward. Leake. Back to Diath. Diath out wide to Fleming. Gets it into Panther in the middle. Panther might try a snap shot. He can't. He's got 3 round him. It's cleared by Alvechurch. Haynes underneath this. Traps it well. Gets it through to Newell. Newell to Leake. Kettering moving the ball around really nicely, actually. It's really good on this surface as Diath squares it to Newell. Newell back to Leake. Leake sends a long ball over to Alexander. He chests it down. In doing so, gives Riley a chance to deal with it, which he does, and gets a thrown out of it. But again, good work from Kettering. Sun breaking down, beaming down here at Latimer Park. as my voice is almost going to give up. Something we're pleased about that once it goes.
Yeah, it's a day where you need a water bottle up here, I must admit. So I've got one today. Yeah, absolutely.
Ball coming through.
After the game.
The chance here is that no, it's going to be shielded out by Alvechurch as Panther couldn't really get anything on it. And it will be goal kick to Redmond Evans.
Clearly, we're not having a hydration break, so
No, I need one,
which is quite refreshing in its own way. But cleared by Redmond Evans in his all-orange kit. Harvey Peters as well to beat Okafor in the air. It's flicked out by Alexandru. That will go out for a throw into the visitors, just in front of the bench. Green seems to be doing most of the pacing on the far side. David Bridgewater a little bit more reserved with his motion. Throw-in goes forward, breaks to Nagandi. Down to Sullivan. Sullivan tries to get a shot away and then he tackles himself almost. And Poppers cleared the ball to the halfway line. Panther, as usual, making himself a menace, wins the throw-in on the far side, which Alexander will probably leave to Ryan Haynes. Indeed he does. Right on the halfway line. Kettering Town 1, Alvechurch 0 is the score so far here this afternoon at Latimer Park in the sunshine.
Yes, of course. Last season, Alvechurch did the double over the Poppies 2-0 on both occasions as Tom Leake comes forward, presses it out to Fleming. Fleming back to Leake, and it goes out to Kelly. He finds Nagando. The 2-0 defeat at Alvechurch signalled the departure of Simon Holyhead, and they won down here with Liam MacDonald in charge later on in the season. So it'd be good to get another one over Alvechurch, but they are quite a force themselves. They say unbeaten in pre-season. It's 4 wins to the Poppies, 3 to the Church, and 1 draw in the meetings as the ball is hoofed out of play, and Kettering gets a throw-in from that. New ball required. So Haynes gets the new ball. He plays it over the other side. So, as I say, the players taking the heat as much as they can take it. No, Fleming with the throw-in. A lot of movement going on here. Gets it to Fataggio. Fataggio chests it down towards Diaf, but he can't get the ball to Brown, but it's intercepted. And it's cleared by Sullivan. Peters is going to mop this one up. Paul White's come out. He leaves it for Paul White. Paul White sends it long again. This time to Brown. He'll be offside. He's not. Can Panther get there? Riley gets ahead to it first. Then it's cleared by Perry. A chance here for Nagando going forward. Nagando stopped by Leake. And then Alexandro battling with the number 15 Wakefield as the better out the deal, but puts the ball out for a throw-in. And Alexandro wants a free kick, but doesn't get it. So it is a throw-in. So nothing happening at the moment as we're waiting for the throw-in to be taken. Ball is with Fataggio, though. He hooks it forward under pressure. Bailey Brown bombing down to get it. He goes down. Nothing from the referee as Fataggio gets a foot in. It's towards Fleming. He plays it over the top towards Panther. Panther can't get there. Cleared by Sam Perry aimlessly anywhere. That's going to go out for a throw-in on the halfway line, which it does. Peters gets the ball from the throw-in. Back to Paul White. Gets it back to Peters. Peters, with time, going forward, puts it through towards Diaf. Diaf. Chance here for Bailey Brown. He can't get there in time. It's a good idea. Out came Redmond Evans to stop the big man from wading in. A few from Alvechurch in our right-hand side. Not too many, but enough. They were cheering when their team was being announced. Ball is with Nagando. intercepted by Alexandru towards Panther. Panther might try a long range, he does. Not a lot of power, but enough power as the goalkeeper powers it away his near post for a corner. Good shot from Panther. And the keeper is furious.
Yeah, quite rightly so, as far as he's concerned, because it was sloppy defending. Give the ball away in close to the penalty box, and to leave Eddie Panther with a run on goal, 20 yards out, got his shot away. It's decent. It's going into the bottom corner, but a reasonably comfortable save for Evans, but conceded the corner. Again on that far side, and again it will be Ryan Haynes.
So Haynes then with a chance to put them under pressure even more. A lot of movement in that 6-yard box. Ball comes in. Headed out easily though by Perry. Goes to Alexandru, then he's knocked off the ball, nothing given, and away come Alvechurch with a chance to counter-attack, but intercepted by Diaz. Excellently to Alexandru. He tries a long one, it's blocked. And this time, the number 14, Sullivan, gets the ball out wide to Wakefield. Wakefield tries an optimistic ball through, and it's intercepted by Paul White, who just calms things down as we coming into around 33 minutes of this first half. If you've just joined us, 1-0 to the Poppy, scored early doors by Eddie Panther. It's sent long for Bailey Brown. He won't get there. Diaz, it goes over him. Finds Sam Perry in the centre of the Alvechurch half. He squares it to Crowther. Crowther out to Jack Kelly. Jack Kelly slices the ball forward. Intercepted by Diaz, who then pulls the shirt and then does foul. Was a silly foul. Fleming there could have done better with that. Instead, he gives the foul away. And the number 8 there, Ngandu, was trying to get through for a quick one. A decent position. It's not a threatener, but a good delivery. They got some tall players of Alvechurch, and this would put them under pressure. No, not really a wall, although Portaggio is there. And in comes the free kick, headed out by Bailey Brown towards Wakefield. He's been pressed out wide. Lavanga on that far side. Back to Wakefield. Wakefield gets the ball. It comes off the foot of Peters and goes for a corner. Listening to Poppy's TV, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Elgood's beers, of course, available in the club. And various hostelries around Northamptonshire and Cambridgeshire.
Yes, very tasty beverages.
Yes. If you're listening, Marcus, we could do with a couple up here now. Well, I could. My voice is about... what did that denim... Remember the denim advert? Denim.
Cookie the voiceover, man. That's all we need.
Wakefield then from the corner. Little slip there as Diaz gets a foot in. Throw in on the far side. It's, of course, I was asked the question, how many debutees have we had as a record? We've had 7 today, but the record is 12. And that happened against Hales Owen a couple of seasons ago. So 12 are out the game. We can only get 9 done if they all come on today. There's a foul on Portaggio on the far side. Free kick to Kettering as Ryan Haynes also goes down in the melee that followed. Nothing sinister. It's been quite a quiet game for fouls and dark arts, which is good. We want to see football, don't we? Not Argentinian type tactics. Paul White coming out to take the free kick. Paul White in all green. Places the ball down about 12 yards outside the penalty area on the far side. White then sends it long towards Brown. He gets the header in. It's chested down by Alexandru. Handball. Referee says yes. A free kick on the far side. Alvechurch not happy with that.
No, definitely it is hand. Sometimes you see them given. Sometimes you say, oh, it's accidental, and we won't give it. But this is a good opportunity halfway inside the Alvechurch half on that far side, about 5 or 6 yards in from the touchline. Lawson de Arth is eyeing this one up with his right foot. Harvey Peters with his, Ryan Haynes with his left foot. And it comes in by Haynes. It's a poor one though. And Perry hoiks it out of the penalty box to concede a throw-in this time to the Poppies, level with the Alvechurch penalty box. Haynes makes his way forward. Ty Fleming has gone over to take the throw-in.
Yep, long throw expert. Fleming puts the ball in. It back header by Haynes, high into the penalty area. Bit of a melee here over the head by. Good effort from Tom Leake. Just went over his head and just goes over the bar. Another chance for the Kettering. And of course, I'm not sure who's taking the goal kick. It's going to be Evans. I don't know why the player went back there in the 6-yard box with him, but anyway, it's not been taken yet. It has now. Little touch.
Yeah, it's Perry.
Yeah, Perry then plays it out wide on the far side to Van Anger. It's back with Evans. Sends it long, hopefully for Jack Kelly. It's come to Kelly. Kelly in with a chance here, but a good header by Fleming intercepting him. And Paul White dives to stop the ball going out for a corner. Good work there from the Poppies. And Jack Kelly, a threat there. White then plays the ball to Peters. Peters on the far side coming forward. He's got it out to Diar, Lawson Diar. He's quite a character, is Lawson. Had a few chats with him. Sends it back to Peters. Peters back to Paul White. Whitey, with full beard, he sends it long towards Fleming. Fleming gets the header towards Pataggio. Pataggio can't get that one. Good work there by Crowther. But Fleming gets the ball back. He's got two round him. Puts the ball into Pataggio. He does well under pressure. He's being held back. Gets it through to Diath. Diath into Alexander. He flies one in there. Shot. Good effort. Just goes wide. But a good strike from just outside the penalty area. Kettering threatening.
Yeah, good effort from Alexandru on the half turn. Just in the D outside the penalty box. And a good effort just wide. High wide of the far post. Would have been on target. That would have been 2-0 for sure, I think. As it is. It's another goal kick, which Perry's involved with again. Obviously, Evans has got an issue striking the ball dead for goal kicks. Finds Wakefield in the halfway line, and he's fouled by Alexandru. Maybe a free kick to the Church. Ben Stevens takes quickly over the far side to Harry Riley. Back to Stevens. Stevens trying to flick it on, but it's intercepted by D'Arth. Back to Alexandru, who will return, goes back to Peters. Peters looking for an option. Goes forward. And it's won by Babanganga. And that's out for a throw to the Reds on the halfway line. 1-0 here as we about 6 minutes or so left of this first half. Poppy's really been in control. Just one goal to show. And as we all know, one goal leads can be a bit dangerous. Peters finds captain Tom Leake, looking for his options. Decides to go long, looking for Pataggio. It's a great ball. Pataggio gets his head on it, but can't really control it. Ball breaks back into the midfield area. Ty Fleming with a towering header, but it comes back to Stevens. Stevens finds Wakefield. Wakefield tackled by Brown, though, and then D'Arth. And plays it into Pataggio. And that's the first real sort of semi-foul, bad foul of the afternoon. Pataggio's down. The card is out. And it's the first yellow card goes to Nagandi, number 8 for Alvechurch. Poppies will have the free kick at a third of the way into the Alvechurch half. Very central, this one.
Just a couple of scores. Real Bedford 0, Leamington 1. Stourbridge 1, Stamford 0. As Diath is about to take this, puts it in towards Brown. Brown does get ahead to it. Goes over to Panther. Panther thought about shooting. He's got out wide again. Panther puts the ball in. And corner. So Anstey 1, Leiston 0. Needham 1, Bromsgrove 2. Racing Club 0. Peterborough Sports 1. Russell 1, Hitchin 0. Stourbridge 1, Stamford 0. All the rest are 0-0. Except our game, of course, which is a 1-0 to the Poppies.
Yeah, it'd be a good time to get that second goal that I've been aiming for Cookie. This time the corner's on the near side, so this will be an in-swinger from Haynes.
Indeed. Haynes puts the hand up again. Just before half-time, this would be good. Ball comes in, decent. Headed in. Oh, good effort from Peters. Caught by Evans on his goal line. And another one on target for the Poppies, who have had a far better of this first half than the Alvechurch. Diath puts that one out for a throw-in.
Yeah, it was a good header. It was a term header by Peters. And anywhere else, I think Evans would have been struggling to get to that. He was fortunate.
Evans help us.
Yeah, Evans help us. Evans above. It was straight at him, so he was able to catch the ball quite comfortably. So another throw-in on that far side in Alvechurch, edged down towards the Poppies penalty area.
Throw it then with Harry Riley on that far side. Gets it to Wakefield. Back to Riley. Back to Wakefield. Wakefield comes inside, puts the ball through. It's a good chance here. A chance here for 1-1. Good interception by Peters. Goes out for a corner. It's good movement by Alvechurch going forward.
Yeah, first bit of neat little bit of skill there from the visitors.
Hope that's the last piece.
Yeah, let's hope that it is. Good interplay. Wins a corner.
Sure, one taken quickly to Sullivan. Back in, here's a chance here. And cleared to Jack Kelly on the edge of penalty. Puts one in, and it's a half of volley over the bar. And Kettering survived. That's Alvechurch's real first effort at Sale. They haven't really threatened at all, but that was good movement from them. And it remains 1-0 as we're nearing half-time.
Yes, we are. There's a couple of minutes left on my watch.
You can see the disco board.
The disco board is being prepared. Nothing on it at the moment as the goal kick. Bavin Ganga gets his head onto it, so Evans will have to clear this, and he does. Goes obviously long. Peter should get to it. He does. Ball breaks, and Yule does well to help it on to Alexandra on the halfway line. He treads on the ball, loses out. Tries to win the ball back, but fails, and goes out to Okafor on the far side. Big number 9 for the visitors. So taking on Peters. Peters wins, and he wins well. It's a goal kick.
Yeah, just a minute or so to go of the first 45 in this first game of the season. Been a good start for the Poppies. And an excellent goal from Eddie Panther, which you'll ever see on our highlights. Well, if Callum wants to do it, that is. He says maybe. White then sends it long towards Brown. Doesn't win that header. Goes over him to Leak, though. Puts it out wide. Little flick on to Panther, who's onside. Panther out wide. Brown in the middle. Panther comes inside. Goes one way, then the other. Trying to get the ball over. He does. Comes in, hits the base of the post. Comes in, and the ricochet from Alexandra is well saved by Evans, stopping it from going in. He clears it quickly to Okafor up front. He can't beat Peters. Peters gets the ball to Diath. Diath. Who were the Diath of me if I don't stop getting this throat? But Kettering lose the ball. Sullivan squares it to Perry. Peters launches that one.
If your voice gets any deeper, it'll be Diath Vader.
Oh, Luke. Wasn't he my dad? Yeah, is that the one for the season? Is it?
And that's the one for this game.
Oh, okay.
You know, you can't pick too early.
No. Paul White then juggling the ball around, put a bit of keepy uppy. And Okafor goes forward to get him to do something with the ball, which picks it up and bounces it a couple of times, delivers it centrally. And it's out wide. It's going to go out of play for a throw in as Harry Riley leaves it for the Alvechurch throw in. No, coming up to the 45 minutes. I can see there's going to be 1 minute of added time, I think. 1 minute of added time. So Peters gets the ball, but it goes out for Kettering throwing on the far side. Came off Harry Riley. Kettering throwing them. And there it goes. There wasn't even a minute. So it's half time here at Latimer Park. And we leave you with Kettering Town 1, Alvechurch 0. Gary and I'll be back if my voice can make it for the second half. If not,
we'll make it through, Cookie, like we always do.
Will.
There's a song there somewhere.
There is, but I'm not going to sing it. See you in 15. Really? Welcome back to Latimer Park. As Poppies with that 1-0 lead, Scudwady Panther. Cracking goal as well from a acute angle. And really, they could have been 2 or 3 ahead. But we'll take the 1 at the moment. Kettering now kicking towards the Prosaw end. No changes for either side at the moment. And it will be Ben Stevens to get us underway for the visitors. And the sun still beating down, living it up, as level 42 would say. It's quite warm. Not often we say that on the gantry, even in July and August.
We won't be saying it in February.
No, it won't. But the pitch does look a lot better than it has done. A lot of the brown areas are green. Still quite a few brown areas, but certainly better than last week. And we'll say hats off to the people that have been moving the sprinklers around throughout the week. And the game is fine. So we're about ready to kick off here. Poppies are 1, the Church 0. As the season well underway now. And we are off. Stevens gets the ball back to Crowther. Crowther sends it long on the far side. Cleared by Tom Leake. Panther being held and wrestled with. Referee gives the foul off Crowther. Doesn't like it. Tough. And listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. I could do with some Elgood's shandies up here, I think, in this heat. I'm not sure he's going to take this free kick. It's just out the centre circle on the far side as Haynes goes over. Seems to be the dead ball specialist at the moment, Ryan Haynes. Left-footed. Sweeps the ball in towards Bailey Brown, and Peters gets ahead to it. It's headed out. Only towards Alexandru. Back to Peters, gets the head onto it. Here it goes towards Pantry, can't get there. Cleared by Sam Perry. But there is Alexander pushed in the back. And that will be a foul in the centre circle. Taken quickly by Diath towards Fleming. Hits his chest and gets the ball back to Newell. Newell having been pressed back into Diath. Diath, man on the cry towards Bailey. He goes down. Alexandru can't get a shot in. Crowther coming forward for Alvechurch. Back to Riley. He sends it long and wide. Peters will dispatch this, I would think. He does. Out for a throw-in. 1-0 as it stands. Throw being taken quickly. Okafor with it. Gets trying to find Wakefield. Finds Sullivan. There is Riley. Back to Sullivan. He has to play it back to Bavanga. Anga. He's back with goalkeeper Evans, who's out of his area. He sends it long. Peters underneath it. Wins the header. It is Alvechurch to regain the ball through Harry Riley. He loses it, though, to Bailey Brown. Bailey Brown trying to send it forward. Hits the back of Alexandru's boot and goes through to Riley, who sends it long. Peters will clear this. He does. Back to Riley, though. It's a bit like a pinball game at the moment. No one can keep their foot on it. It's out wide of the far side. Perry finding Jack Kelly. Jack Kelly loses the ball to Diath. Diath searching for, trying to find Fataggio. He falls over, gets up, does well, squares it to Bailey Brown. Brown plays a good ball wide here to Alexandru. He's going wide of the penalty area. Only Panther in there. Alexandru coming in, puts the ball through. It's cut out. The chance for Brown, can't get there. And Diath is out of position. It's cleared by Jack Kelly. Only one up for the Church as Newell gets ahead in. But it's cleared by Alvechurch. And as Wakefield gets the ball back to Riley. And in turn, he threads it through to the keeper. And calm comes down after that erratic start to the second half. Tom Leake gets the ball back to Paul White from that goal kick. White didn't have a great deal to do in that first half. Sends it long, headed out by Crowther. But Tadjo can't win that one. Fleming can, gets it back to Diath. He sends it long for Panther. There's Crowther. Panther's in front of him and goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, fairly cagey start from both sides, actually, Paul, in this second half. Be good to see Kettering to press on, continue to take the game to Alvechurch. Go on and get second goal, make life a little bit more comfortable. Of course, Alvechurch have their own idea as well. The ball's up to Okafor, does well, turns off from Tom Lee, plays it all forward to Wakefield. Wakefield into the penalty box, right foot cross in, but straight into the hands of Paul White, who was anticipating well there. But Wakefield got away, but no end result. And Orson Diaz picks up the ball, finds Fataggio. Fataggio spins his man very well, but then gives the ball away. Crowther does well, and then Crowther is fouled by Fataggio. And that will be a free kick to the visitors just inside their own half.
Rather harsh.
Rather harsh, but, Kettering bench, arms being waved from David Bridgewater and Nick Green. He obviously thought it was rather harsh as well, but the referee made his decision, explaining it to Ismail Fataggio, saying, no, not as a foul. I don't want to see any more of those, please. Mr. Talking. Just the one yellow card for Ngandu in the first half.
Free kick then on that far side. Kelly takes it, switches it onto this right-hand side. He finds Vanga, who finds Wakefield. Knocked off the ball well by Diar. Flicks it through to Alexandra. Through ball to Fataggio. He's not going to get there. Kelly does instead. Good work from Kelly. And gets the ball out. Good ball to Okafor, but he loses that into Alexandra. He's pushed in the back. Nothing in by the referee. Diar can't get a foot in. Harry Riley gets the ball on this right-hand side. He finds Wakefield, cut out by Peters. And it's a throw-in. Just had the attendance given to me. Today's attendance is at 990. 990. The throw-in's been taken quick. Sullivan finds Perry. Perry turns in the centre circle. Feeds it out to the number 17. Out wide to Harry Riley on this right-hand side. He's moving down, leaves it for Ngandu. And that is a trip by Sullivan on Theo. And that will be a free kick for Kettering in the penalty area. 1-0 to Kettering. And into the second half here at Latimer Park. We should be covering the game away at Leighton on Tuesday and next Saturday at Leamington. So tune in if you want to hear it live from those venues. White then sends the ball towards Bailey Brown. He's beaten to it, but there's Diath. He heads it to Fataggio. Fataggio's got Fleming on his right-hand side, who he uses. Fleming out by the byline. Fataggio going in front of him. Puts the ball in. Goes over everybody. Panther can't get a foot to it. It's cleared by Alvechurch. And good interception there by Fleming. Play the ball back to Kelly, though. Kelly. And here's Crowther. Sullivan going forward. Played it out to Stevens on the left-hand side. Ben Stevens coming forward with power. That's going to go out of play for the corner. Well, that could have been 50-50, but Alvechurch got a corner.
Yeah, just dragged against Jack Knowles' ankle as it went over the byline, unfortunately. So opportunity to the visitors. Perry striding forward along with Crowther and Bavanganga, bringing the height into the Poppy's penalty box. Just Eddie Panther left up, and now Alexander is going to join him. So So 2 against 2 at the moment.
Up go the arms, in swinging near post comes in, headed out by Peters. Goes through to the Gandu. He puts it up and under in. A chance here. And cleared by Fleming towards Panther. Panther and Riley after the same ball. Panther's adjudged to a foul. Riley grins as we a bit of confrontation from the Alvechurch players. And he's going to book Panther.
Why is that yellow card?
Well, that's another poor decision by the referee.
It's a ridiculous decision. It was a foul. I agree with that. But to say that was a yellow card offence, I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah, that's another bad decision by the referee.
Absolute gobsmacked.
It was 6 to 1.5, but isn't either for a start, wasn't it? You know, and Riley was playing for it. You could see him grinning. Anyway, that's will be as Evans puts it into the penalty area, offside. Paul White then with the free kick. White sends it towards Panther. Jack Kelly gets a glancing header on it to Crowther. Crowther sends it towards Leak. Leak can't control it. It's going to go out for a throw-in. It is. On the far side. Kelly then with the throw-in for Alvechurch. Good throw-in to Sullivan. And he finds Bananga to Riley on this right-hand side. Into Sullivan, intercepted by Ryan Hayes. And back to the keeper. As Kettering press forward. Long delivery by the keeper down the centre. Well won by Tom Leake. Diar chests it towards Battaggio. He can't win it. And Jack Kelly on the far side can. Battaggio gets the foot in for a throwing. Good tackle by him. Throw taken from the wrong place, but Ben Stephen comes forward. Stevens threads the ball through to Sullivan. Sullivan puts the ball over the back post. Nobody there. And that should go out for a throw-in, which it does.
It's another instance there of Alvechurch getting into good areas. Good through ball by Ben Stevens, but wasted cross by Sullivan. Overhit it completely and out for a throw-in near the corner flag, which Haynes will take down the line. Alexandra tries to flick on, but beaten by Wakefield. Mule onto Bailey Brown with another flick header. And then Bailey Brown's gone down holding his ankle, but the ball is with Lawson D'As. But Hunter was offside. He lets it go through all the way through to Redmond. Evans. Alvechurch back underway with Babanganga. Looking for options. Played it inside to Perry. Perry finds the Gandu on the halfway line. Now moves into the Pockets half. Good ball into 1-2 with Sullivan and out to far side to Stevens. Stevens certainly playing a lot deeper than we normally expect to see him into Sullivan. And Diaz did well to block the cross that time at the expense of another corner to the visitors.
Alvechurch coming into this game, their second half. They need to. They're a goal down, but they're having more of the play. And putting the Poppies under pressure. There's a corner on the far side. Up go the arms, whatever that means. Still waiting for it to be taken. Referee is still watching what's going on. In it comes towards that back post. Peters is there, gets ahead to it. Battaggio slices it, goes straight back into the penalty area, and then Peters gets a big foot in to get it out towards Alexandra, but it's back with Nagandu. Diar gets a head on it to Newell. Newell out wide to Fataggio. Fataggio, can he do what she's pushed in the back? Nothing given by the referee. And away goes Wakefield. Wakefield on this right-hand side. Turns. Gets it back to Riley. Riley trying to find Sullivan with a pull ball from him. And that goes out for a goal kick. 1-0 in this second half. Hoppy's holding on to that early Eddie Panther strike. And a good goal indeed it was. If you haven't seen social media at all or the lineup, you will see the name Michael Gassi in Kettering side. He's on loan from Bedford Town for 2 months. He's on the bench at the moment, striker. Met him a few times before with other teams. And he is the brother of Joel Gassi, who played for us in 2013-14. Who's back to
Younger brother, I heard.
Yes. Who no longer plays, according to Michael. The ball hooked away towards Nagandu. There's Fataggio gets a foot in, tries to hook it towards Panther. Panther being wrestled off the ball. Good work there by Sam Perry, then goes down. Is a Kettering throw-in. Yep. Peters did well. And Miracle Okafor there didn't get what he wanted. And talking of Gayassi, he's over there at the moment, just running up and down. Will we be seeing another debut this afternoon? We will see. So news on the injuries is Coyle has got platters on both arms now.
Yeah, dare I ask what happened to the other arm?
He said he knew it was, he thought it was injured beforehand and they didn't do the correct scan. He had it rescanned and that was fractured as well. So he's got both arms in plasters. Blaine Rowe is doing light training. And the other one, Will Van Leer, needs another scan on his injury as Nagandu gets the ball out wide to Kelly, back to Nagandu, blocked with Panther, threads the ball through to Bailey Brown. Bailey Brown might try a long-range strike here. Hits one, it bounces off Crowther. And then away comes Nagandu for Alvechurch, flicks it inside to Sullivan, out wide to Stevens. Stevens, as Gary said, is playing deeper. As an Alvechurch player goes down. I don't know why, there's no Kettering player around him. And
he was claiming that Sullivan was claiming that Fleming barged him off the ball, but they might have been coming together, but certainly not a foul.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it will be a throw-in in that far corner, right next to the corner flag. Fleming launches the ball down the line, looking for Bailey Brown. It's out for another throw-in.
Incidentally, when I was at half-time, I saw Richard Lavery in the sponsors' lounge drinking a pink gin.
Pink gin?
Pink gin.
Well, it's the weather, I suppose, if you're into that kind of thing.
I had to make sure he wasn't wearing a skirt. But,
well, yes. No, it's good to see Labs back.
Yeah, quick chat with him.
And we'll try and catch up with him perhaps after the games.
Throw into the poppies on the far side. So 990 has just been announced as a throw on the far side. You've missed nothing. It's taken an eternity to get this throw in taken. In comes the throw from Fleming. Peters can't get a head onto it. Miracle gets a punt on there. And away comes Stevens, gets it to Kelly, to O'Reilly. There's Fleming, does one, beats one. Pumps the ball through towards Panther. Panther gets through there, and he wasn't offside. It was a good work for the keeper, who came out to deny Panther. And Wakefield gets the better of Diath, who's chasing him at the moment. Slips the ball through to Riley. Riley puts the ball in. It's met by Fataggio, and then Riley's shot cannons off a Kettering player, apparently, for a throw. I didn't see who it hit.
Yeah.
It's a wayward shot.
It looks like Kettering are going to be making a substitution. I can see Kai Fifield that's stripped over on the far side. It's fair to say that we've seen a bit more from the Church in the second half. They started to show sparks of life as they look to get back into this game, still trailing, of course, by the Eddie Panther goal from the first half. Sullivan, going nowhere, has to go back to Crowder on the halfway line. Finds Kelly. Little 1-2, but that's overhit, and Fleming will be able to adjust and clear. One in the air, and then Stevens is fouled. Goes down with a squeal of anguish. And that'll be a free kick to the Church. 10 yards inside the Poppies half.
Looks like Benny Brown might be coming off for the Poppies.
And
we're not sure.
Two players down. Actually, Jack Newell is being attended to for the Poppies, and it's like a cramp issue for one of the Alvechurch players that Kelly's helping out with. I can't see who it actually is. No, can't see what players on the ground for the Church at the moment.
It gives the players a little forced break, doesn't it, to take some fluids and
it's a water break and an unofficial hydration break here at Latimer Park.
Eddie having a word with the referee saying that he was pushed and shoved and
into the 66th minute here. Still Kettering Town 1. Alvechurch 0. But we've seen more of the visitors, Cookie, haven't we? In the second half?
They've stepped up a little bit from that first half. More presence in Kettering's half. Although Paul White still hasn't had a save to make yet. The defences have been stout in their defending. But they have looked slightly more dangerous with Stevens and Wakefield. And even Aaron Riley's had his moments down here, of course. But Kettering have marshalled them well. As you say, into the 67th minute now. Another goal would calm things down. When it's 1-0, anything can happen. But it is 1-0, and it is a free kick on the far side that Jack Kelly, the former Poppy, is going to take. As League has to come off and then come on again. Threaded through to Sullivan. He finds O'Reilly, headed out by Haynes. And Theo is through here. Xandro, he can't beat 3, though he beat 2. And he's still trying to beat the 3rd. He knocked off the ball. It goes out for a Kettering. Kettering throwing. Good work from Alexander out there.
So good perseverance there. Like I say, he beat 1, beat 2,
still,
beat 3.
Newell still can't get on. Look, he's been out there for 3 or 4 minutes.
No, he's been out there for over a minute, that's for sure.
Yeah. Down to 10 men. And
well, that's over a minute. And yet he's saying, wait.
Another poor refereeing decision. So throw-in taken by Fleming, headed on by Haynes. Nobody going for that ball until Panthers decide to go. Cannons off a player. And a foul then by Panther. 2 players down. And the Alvechurch players surround the referee.
Yeah. Exactly. Try to pressurise him to give another card. It was a foul again, but it was certainly not a yellow card offence. But of course, the Alvechurch players and all surrounding the referee, wanting Eddie Panther to be sent off. And well, Eddie's going to have to be careful because any opportunity now, any slight foul, the referee will be under pressure to take action, and I fear. And he's going to have a word with the assistant. So he obviously didn't see it very well, but it was nothing more than a free kick.
Well, all this, and we're still down to 10 men because Newell's been off, not been allowed to come on since he was injured.
Yep.
But if he books him, he's off. Well, this is going to be interesting. He is. He's off.
Oh, that's bad.
Another poor decision by the referee, who's having an absolute nightmare.
That is a very poor decision by the referee. He was very poor with his first yellow card. He's very poor with the second. And there was nothing malicious about the tackle whatsoever for that second one. And Eddie Padser can feel rightly hard done by. And unfortunately, he will miss. Well, it probably won't. It might. I'm not sure whether it'll be Tuesday or Saturday or another game, certainly in the future. And Kettering Town are down to 10 men.
Well, that's the first sending off since on opening day of the season, since Claudio Afusu against Bradford Park Avenue in 2021-22. And Kettering won that 1-0, and they're ahead here 1-0, but down to 10 men. There's still 18 minutes or so of the game to go. And the referee making some howlers this afternoon, that being one of them. But Paul White then with the ball. Paul White with the kick sends it long down to 10 men. Kettering goes towards Pataggio. Riley hooks the ball into the sky. Crowther underneath it. Back to Stevens, who's deep. Haynes with the ball, but he can't beat Wakefield. Wakefield plays the ball back to Ngandu. Ngandu turns. Back to Crowther. Crowther finds Terry in the centre. Back to Crowther. Alvechurch with the numerical advantage in this second half now. As Crowther sends it on the far side to Bavanganga. He's over the halfway line. Finds Riley. Riley to the number 17. Plays it to Ngandu. Out wide to Stevens. Stevens finds Kelly. Kelly puts the ball in. Oh, hits the post. Great header. And Paul White well and truly beating. Hits the post and bounces out. That should have been 1-1. Kettering escape there. It's the only shot on target that they've had. And it hit the post and bounced away. That was by Okafor. As the ball comes in again, headed out by Peters. It's back in the penalty area, hooked away by Newell. And a chance here, but Kettering can't get the ball. And now Pataggio goes down. Now Kettering players surround the referee, but I don't think they'll get the same decision.
No,
it has been booked.
And that was a yellow card. It was a high challenge.
And Jack Kelly, that was
the high challenge. That was a yellow card. Completely different to Panthers. But there we go.
Second substitution for the Poppies. And it looks like it's Aaron Powell coming on for Bailey Brown. Aaron Powell making a return to Latimer Park after his sabbatical at Peterborough Sports. Bailey Brown goes off. Aaron Powell coming on. Make his 51st appearance for the Poppies. Scoring one goal, and he was more like a demented giraffe when he scored, if I remember correctly. It was the worst celebration I've ever seen. But I'll take one today.
Kelly, who's just picked up that yellow card, he's going to be coming off. Number 21 is coming up.
Clayton Phillips coming on.
Yeah, Nick Clayton Phillips is coming on for the visitors.
time, and town.
Pardon? Yeah.
The 3 off 21.
White then with the free kick sends it towards Fataggio. He can't win it, headed back down, and it's with the goalkeeper, Rudman Evans. So it's Kettering still with a quarter of this game to go, and down to 10. Crowther, he finds Bavanga back to Crowther in the centre. Plays out wide to Sullivan. Sullivan going forward. He finds Agando back to Sullivan on the wing. Beats one. Gets the ball over. He does. It's brought that back post. And there is Powell. Gets his first touch to Fataggio. He finds Alexandra, but he's on his own now. Threads the ball out, though, to Fataggio. Fataggio, nobody with him. Powell going forward. Powell gets the ball. Only Alexandra in the middle. Powell, not a lot on for him at the moment. Gets it to Fataggio. Fataggio, can he get it offside? That was pretty poor if that was offside. So free kick down by the corner flag has been moved unceremoniously by the keeper. Moving ball as well. Actually been retaken, but hasn't been. Crowther received the ball on the far side. It's out wide. Threaded into the centre to Sam Perry, the captain. Perry going forward. Perry finds O'Reilly. Or even Riley. O'Reilly, that rings a bell.
Not a builder, is he?
O'Reilly. There's the ball. He's on the far side there as Clayton Phillips gets his first touch as well. Gets the ball in, cleared by Jack Newell. Headed back in the centre, though, by Crowther. And then Clayton Phillips offside. And he leaves the ball rather than collecting it, waiting his own time. So still Kettering Town 1, Alvechurch 0.
Going to be another substitution as well for the visitors.
Not sure who that is, can't really tell. I'm going for Gus Sanchez. It's not, it's Manny Ilasami.
Ben Stevens is making way.
So Ben Stevens goes off and Ilasami comes on. So Kettering made 2 substitutions. Ball is with Alexander trying to find Fataggio. Fataggio on his own. Still, Fataggio got 3 round him. Might try a shot. Being forced wider and wider. Nobody with him. Newell, a foul there. And the cries of off, off, shaking his head as Powell goes down. And a foul there by Wakefield.
Yeah, Wakefield's gone in the book.
A late booking, tackle. Late booking as well, as we saw it straight away. But that's 3 Alvechurch players in the book. 1 Kettering, but unfortunately he was sent off with 2 yellows. Neither of them were sending off offences. The first one, not even a booking, but not in this referee's eyes. 2 over the ball for Kettering, 2 in the wall for Alvechurch. Haynes, straight to the keeper, comes out, collects it easily, and it's been sent high into the sky. Powell gets a foot on that and goes straight back to the keeper. And we're getting Fifield still hasn't come on. We've been waiting around, must be for 5 minutes or so at least. It's a chance here for Alexander, who threads the ball through to Fataja. Fataja, can he beat his man? No, he can't. The number 6 did well there, crowd. They got a foot in, Kettering throwing. Now will Fifield get on? Can't see who's coming off. We can now. And Fatajo is coming off.
Yep, Fifield on for Fatajo.
So the change there for the Poppers is getting into the business part of this game.
Yeah, coming to the 80th minute now, Cookie.
A long 10 minutes or so to go. But still 1-0, hold advantage. As Powell gets the ball through to Fifield, who goes down, nothing given, and fouled again. Fifield then gets the ball, shirt being pulled all the time. But Fifield does well, but then gives the ball away. And a throw in to Alvechurch on the far side. No protection from this referee for Alexandro in that penalty area. And throw in on the far side. Sullivan finds Bavanganga. He's coming forward with plenty of space to run at Kettering. He's got Riley with him if he wants to use him. He hasn't. Ball threaded through the centre. There's Miracle Kafar there. He might try something. Wakefield might. Out wide to Riley. Can Riley get the ball over? He can't. It's well blocked by Aaron Powell for a corner. But Alvechurch with the incentive. And there's going to be a long 10 minutes, Gary. I think holding on to this slender 1-0 lead.
It is, and we all know why. It's become uncomfortable for the Poppies. Obviously gone to 5 at the back with Powell coming on. 3 centre halves now. And Alexandru is the man who really is ploughing a lone furrow up front for the Poppies, and even he's going back right to the edge of this penalty, the Kettering penalty area for this corner, which will be taken shortly by Ngandu on this near side.
The art there was getting Theo Alexandro back. I won't say what he said, but he wanted him back from where he was. Short one taken. Wakefield. Ngandu puts the ball in low. He's out. Now Fifield's on his own here. He's got 2 around him. Has he got the speed and guile? He hasn't. Riley gets the better of him. He falls over. But he was always out of control of the ball, really. And foul by Diarth on Riley. Free kick. Things have turned a little bit more sinister this half, haven't they? So, just to remind you all, Tuesday night, we'll be at Leighton Town. Hopefully the voice will be back. As Sullivan takes the free kick, headed out by Fleming. A good header by Fleming, goes out for a throw-in on the far side. Taken quickly, Clayton Phillips. Sounds like a stamp dealer, doesn't it, Clayton Phillips? And
solicitors, accountants.
Trying to catch it over there. Good work from Alexandra, beating 2 players and getting a throw out of it. And Kettering in no hurry to take it. Of course, they won't be.
The referee's already indicated, though, he's in a hurry for them to take it. He'll be counting down his 5 seconds, and his second. There we go. Hanged in the air. 5, 4. He can count the referee.
I wouldn't bet on it. There's the ball is play towards Alexandra. It's headed out by Balavanga. There is Powell. There's another foul there. Very, very pedantic, the referee. and seems to be going all one way at the moment. Been taken quickly. Fifield battling on the far side with Alexander out. Squared to Bavanga. He's coming forward. Switches it on the far side. Sullivan plays to Kelly. Oh, Kelly's not on it. It's his replacement. Comes inside. It's Clayton Phillips. Look very similar to Clayton Phillips and Kelly as Sullivan puts the ball in, blocked for a throw-in right by the corner flag. Good work from Fleming. And another substitution for the visitors.
(15-17). So Wakefield's leaving the pitch. And Sanchez is the man coming on.
Kettering still only made 2. Doesn't look like they're making any other. Holding out with what they have got at the moment as we're getting nearer and nearer to the dying embers of this game. Threaded through to Ngandu. Plays it back to Crowther. Crowther threads the ball through. It's a good ball. Alexandru can't get that. It's gone through to Sam Perry. Sam Perry squares it to Bavanga. He finds Crowther. He's hugging that line on the far side. Finds Sullivan. Back to Clayton Phillips. Clayton Phillips. Good 1-2 there, but intercepted by Diarth, who then gives the ball away. Peters having a battle here, but Powell intercepts. Gets it to Theo Alexander. There's nobody with him. And there's a foul blatant by Crowther. And that's got to be a Crowther now has gone into the book.
Yeah, well, that was a stone wall yellow card, that was.
Right in front of the referee.
Cynical challenge, stopped Alexandru in his tracks. No attempt to play the ball. Yellow card. Another one for Alvechurch to add to their tally.
4-1 on bookings. Well, 4-2 technically, I suppose.
Ty Fleming getting the sponsors Man of the Match award. Still some work for Ty and his colleagues to do, though.
That's a good work there by Ilasami. Puts the ball in. There's a chance here. That comes White. And very good from White as he went down in his 6-yard box to defuse anything. Delivers the ball. It's going to be a long ball. It should reach the opposite number. It has. Kettering are going to introduce another player. As Riley has the ball on this right-hand side, squares it into the centre to Ngandu. He puts it through to Sullivan, plays it wide to Clayton Phillips. Clayton Phillips now with a bit of space to run at Kettering. Clayton Phillips comes inside. Mike's right shot does. That's gone down Burton High Street. So, Michael Gassi coming on.
Yes, we're going to have another debutee. Gassi's coming on, and it's going to be Alexandru, who's done well, running the lone striker role since Eddie Pan to the centre. He's the man to make way. And we have two minutes to go, but there will be plenty of stoppage time with all these fouls, stoppages, and substitutions.
Yes, as I said earlier, Michael Gassi is Joel Gassi's brother, who played for the Poppies in 13-14. And he's been at Kidderminster Harriers, Kings Lynn, Chesterfield, Dover.
13-14, that was a battle of Bannockburn.
Oh, it's your second one. Two in the game. Ball is playing out wide to Clayton Phillips, but there is the dependable Tom Leake to put that one out for a throw-in. So 8 debutees for the Poppies this afternoon, holding on to this 1-0 win. Hopefully. Ball with Crowther. Crowther out wide to Clayton Phillips. Clayton Phillips comes inside, puts the ball in, cleared by Leake again to Gassi. Gassi going forward now, nobody with him, he's on his own. He's got a lot of work to do here. Still going. He's going to go into the corner, being pushed in the back, and they're still trying to get the corner out of it. Excellent work from Michael Gassi. Nothing on at all. Had two of them snap it around it like Jack Russell's and managed to get a corner out of it. Intelligent work from the deputy. And Kettering at the right end at the right time as the disco board is going to, I'd say, 5 minutes would be my guess for time added on. Aaron Powell taking the duty over there. We know what he can do with crosses from his first season. And he's left it. No, he's not. Little touch to Agassi. And he's then fouled. The referee will give it the other way, more than likely. Let's see what he's doing. It's a Kettering throw-in. So, I'll make that 90 minutes.
Yeah, it has been 90 minutes. Haven't seen the board yet, though.
So, throw-in taken by Powell. There's Diar. He's knocked off the ball. And then finally, they clear it only towards Leake. Leake's in the penalty area. Gets the fall through to Gassi. Puts one in. Blocked again. There is Diaf. Gets it through to Newell. Bit of excitement there for the fans behind the goal. There is Diaf through to Powell. Gets inside. There bit of pull there. Out comes the keeper. And it will be Alvechurch to get the ball away. Hasn't gone up yet, the board, so we don't know how long it is.
I think it might have gone up. We missed it.
Right.
Was it? No, it hasn't got up yet, surprisingly. So it's guesswork, but I would think there's going to be 6 minutes. But of course, we've had
a minute
two of those already. It's 5 with the looks of it. 5 minutes, but we've had 2 minutes of that already, so should only be 3.
Not with this referee. Throwing comes to nothing, and it is an Alvechurch throw taken quickly to Evans. Evans, he's playing more of a sweeper at the moment. He's right on the halfway of the pitch, gets it out wide to Crowther. Crowther, he's going forward, intercepted, and another foul there. The referee's seen it and given nothing. The foul there on Fleming. It's back with the keeper, Evans. Crowther. Sullivan puts the ball through. Good header there by Leake. Fifield gets a foot in. It'll be a throw-in to Alvechurch on the far side. 1-0 to Kettering. If you're listening, we're into time added on. Are Kettering going to see this out? With 10 men, of course, because Eddie Panther, the goal scorer, was sent off for 2 yellow cards. Neither of them yellow cards, in my opinion, for what that's worth. But it is the number 7, Perry, gets the ball out to Nagando. Threads it through. It's interesting work here from Sanchez. Sanchez, right footed, puts the ball in. It's interesting here. Overhead kick. And that just goes wide. Paul White never saw that. He's just done the spectacles, testicles, wallet and watch on himself there. That would have been a cracker. Overhead kick from the penalty spot. And I thought that had gone in.
Yeah, I think it was Okafor with the overhead kick. It was well executed, you have to say. Paul Wright was static. He wasn't going to save it if it crept into that far corner. Fortunately, though, for the Poppies, it was a yard wide. So we survived that scare by my watch. We've got about another minute or so left of extra time. But who knows?
Extra time?
With this added time. Sound like Mick Coe now, very pedantic. Back underway on the far side.
Klondike time. Sanchez is away on that far side. He looked quite dangerous as he's been on. He's coming through here. Sanchez, good tackle there. and goal kick. Excellent work from Kettering. And Tom Leake showing what a powerhouse he's going to be in the season. It's been a very good defensive display by the Poppies.
Yeah, I would agree, although I didn't want to say that until the game was over, but
Well,
commentator's curse and all that. But yeah, they have looked solid at the back. As you say, Paul White not really had a save to make so far. Let's hope the
referee just had a quick glance there as Gassy being held, doesn't get the ball. Fifield tries to win the ball off Sullivan. Sullivan gets the better of him at the moment. He's got a tussle and it's still going on. Crowther gets the ball back to the keeper from all that. Good work from Fifield, who never gave up. Ngando, we make that his time up. But out wide here to Ngando. Ngando, referee looks at his watch again. Gets it through to Bavanga. Into Clayton Phillips. Clayton Phillips. The chance here. And there's a collision. What's he given? What a penalty. What's he doing here? Well, someone's been booked.
It looks like Haynes has been
booked.
Challenge that nobody else saw. Right on the edge of literally right on the edge of the penalty box.
It's been an appalling display from the referee, I must confess. I mean, you know my views on referees. I'm very quiet about them. But this bloke has been a disaster. And that is literally on the line.
Well, not on the line, Cookie.
Well, from my angle here, he's got it on the line. The ball's on.
That would be a penalty, but
it can only be half an inch. Well, deep into time added on here. Is it going to turn again? The fat lady's turned around. The cigar hasn't been lit. This is a definite chance here for Alvechurch to snatch a draw from something they didn't or don't really deserve. Referee having a word with the Kettering wall. Don't know why. But here we go then. Last chance saloon for Alvechurch. Never dull football, is it? We've seen it all summer in the World Cup. Are we going to get a dramatic ending to this game on the opening day? We've had a goal, we've had a sending off, and now this chance here. Cross everything. In it comes, blocked by the wall, and again blocked. And out by Peters, and out by Leake. And the referee should blow the whistle. Comes in again, the back flick there, right in the arms of Paul. And there goes the whistle. Kettering hold on and win the game 1-0. A very, very gritty performance indeed with 10 men. And as we said, great defending from Kettering. Right to the last minute. 1-0.
Gritty performance indeed, Cookie. That was a great defensive display, particularly in the second half when they were under the cosh after the goal scorer, Eddie Panther, had been given his marching orders unfairly, in our opinion, by today's referee. But we hung on, we were composed. And in the end, a well-deserved 3 points on this opening game of the season.
We'll see you on Tuesday night. So from Gary, myself and Callan, thank you for listening in. Hope you're listening in on Tuesday. A good start for the Poppies. And it's 3 points. Good night.